Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. Where is it? Looks like we're good on that front. We're having a little trouble. There we go. Things acting a little weird today, but we are here. Okay, let's get started. Going direction a little bit more color today. Yeah. Yep. So, yeah. Took a day off yesterday. I know people are like, oh, it's like no days off, but I went skating the night before, and I was very, basically I didn't get home until like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, which is crazy because that's usually the time that I'm waking up. So I just slept in because, you need your sleep. Had fun though. Had a lot of fun. Starting out the same process, just blocking in the shape, straight lines, put things where I believe they're supposed to go, and then changing them later. I was going to do a black and white photo reference today, but I decided against it because it could be fun, but I just didn't feel like it. I thought it could be, I don't want to be as fun as having color. And this is a little monochromatic, so I don't think it will be that bad. Slightly monochromatic. I've been working on a oil painting. I still have to get like my cameras and stuff so I can like stream that process. I'll get there. For right now, I think I'm just waiting for Christmas. Maybe like post-Christmas sales, like when Christmas time is over and people just trying to unload some merchandise. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Just wait for that moment. People like have to sell at a discount. There's a lot of construction going on outside. Sorry for the noise, if you could hear it. Ay. I'm just gonna put this on mute because it's like really loud, the construction. I don't know if you guys have to hear that this whole time. Maybe it won't last that long. It probably will. They've been doing construction, and they started early today. So they started crazy early. I know the neighbors are mad. They gotta be mad. Very disturbing. I should restart my computer. I haven't done that in a really long time. Rocking in the shade. Putting things where I think they go. Do they go there? I don't know. I'm rocking in the shade. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Let's make sure I'm getting all my positions correct. So that's up there. That's right there. That's right there. Yeah, something in there. So now it's right. This comes all the way down. So like that. It's just going all the way like that. Yeah, I'm just working on my practice, my ability to draw while I'm doing these, so it's good exercise. I was just looking at shapes and being like, hey, that doesn't belong there, and then fixing it. So drawing while painting, doing both at the same time. Really, really good practice. Seeing those big shapes. Yeah. Her neck is stretched. This goes real stretch in her neck. We'll emphasize that by really getting the jawline correct. It's interesting because she has like there's orange in her face, but she also has some yellow as well. So it's like definitely on the warmer side. It's like a warm, definitely a warm yellow. Warm orange, I should say. Maybe consider cool. Yeah, it's on the warmer side. I believe, unless my eyes see my. Yeah, just really, once again, just blocking in the shape as best as I can. I'm hoping that I got it right. Yeah, and once I place the eyebrows, I can really start to move around the figure and be like, that was not hard, or that looks pretty good. It's really gotta get her neck shape correct, and then by getting her neck shape correct, then I can really see where her jaw is supposed to be. So I'm focusing on this lower half of her body because that's going to inform the rest. Really making sure that I get this turtleneck correct. And really focusing on putting there what is really there versus what I believe is there. Which is easier said than done because your eye Shoot, I didn't set my timer. Alright, let me see. I can do that now. How much time have we spent on this thing? We have been streaming for, I cannot tell. Oh, 10 minutes and 32 seconds. So, I'm gonna set this for 15 minutes, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Alright. Yeah, really gotta focus on getting this neck area right, because that's really affecting the rest of the piece. Let's get that drawing correct. So, what I wanted to do just now, my gut instinct was to go in and try to put the eyes, the black part, the darker parts of her eyes, but I resisted the urge, and I'm just really focusing on the shape of her skull, like the cranium, because that is what's going to help get everything else in order. So try your best to resist. We just want to get right in there and draw those eyes, but there's a lot of information that we can do. A lot we can do before we go there, and it'll help us a lot if we just pause for a second and don't go right into it. Just give it some time to develop the shape, and it'll pay off. Just a little time. One more time. It's a round color. Just doing the squint test. Really trying to place these things in the right place. Save this. Okay. Her cheek, her jawline is just looking off to me. I can voices averted. I was really trying to match this thing, right? Smaller glass, curly hair. That was too. All right, I think I'm gonna keep working with the shape for another 8 minutes, because that's been my practice of late. I really try to lock down the entire the figure, and then I go in and I start working on the details. But it becomes a lot easier to work on the details when I get this part right. And I really lock it down and get it to a good place before I start diving into other parts of the face. Not other parts, but like the fine details of the face. Oh, I can't believe I missed that whole shape. So there's this shadow shape in her eye ridge that I totally was neglecting, which will help define the shape of her face. And I was able to just notice it, and it was helpful. It was helpful to get that shape right. Yeah. Not even sure if this is anatomically correct, but we'll fix it. Okay. I think I've tortured you all long enough. I will go in and start to work on details of the face. I know that initial part could be a little boring, but it has to be done. It's almost like the first part is the drawing, and then the second part, the next part gets more into the painting aspect of it. Yeah, I think this is good enough. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. I think I got the gist of what this thing is doing. So let's, I'm gonna bring, let's bring it down just a little bit and try to get some body, a little shape to this hair. So I think everything is placed properly. I just gotta make a little shape. So I kind of have everything lined up, so I don't want to overstep my boundaries. My boundaries are set. Just make sure I'm not over painting. Just really just trying to get the I think those subtle, well, maybe not. I was gonna say those subtle changes would be better suited for a lighter brush, but maybe we don't want to make them too, we don't want to blend it that much. Maybe we just want to imply what is there. So we'll use bigger, bolder strokes to show the neck area, and call it a day. Yeah, that's good enough. Our neck's looking a little big now. Just gotta go and fix it. Getting closer, almost there to where I need it to be. Maybe the turtleneck comes up just a little bit. Okay, yeah. Alright, that's good. So let's really just keep going, try to paint in some of the hair volume. Just paint it in chunks, try to get the shape right. And then we will add a little bit of that there. So she has a little yellowish tint in her hair. So just go around and that. Just really go in, shape her hair. Nothing exact. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just to imply the mass that's going on. I mean, one could go in and get every hair detail, but that would take a long time. And I don't know how much it would add to the overall image, overall painting, but you know, if that's what you want to do, like some people focus on like really getting those details in the hair, and if you want to do that, like you should do it. It's just your painting. Get my Bob Ross on. Hey, you want to put a tree there? Put a tree there. All right, cool. So that's my first timer. And so now I'm gonna spend the second amount of time going into the face, into the figure, and trying not to mess it up. That's the last part. It's always trying not to mess up. Shouldn't be too hard because I think I got the gist of it early on. And if you get the drawing right, if you get the general layout right, the painting portion of it should flow. Because we already have our blueprint, our map, and so everything else should be piece of cake. In theory. I say should, but something weird always happens. But hopefully we won't have any hiccups. No promises. You always see something different when you get closer. Different things. Let's flip it. Flip it good. Alright, we're good. Oh man, I'm gonna finish this in record time. Because I got the general gist right. Yeah, I guess I can go. Zoom into my feed to the subject. Let's get those details. second timer. Construction is real out there. And my whole house is shaking right now. Whole house. The entire place. Oh yeah, my neighbors are gonna be so mad. Could you? I was already awake, but I couldn't imagine like being in a nice sleep and being interrupted by this really, really loud noise. That would be so terrible. Beeping and constructioning. Oh yeah, I'd be so mad. You know, you can do about it. Gotta fix whatever they gotta fix. I guess. I wonder what they're even making. What they're even fixing. Well, we never know. Seems important, but chances are it's probably trivial. It's the way the world works. So good. Gotta get this angle where her nose is looking a little piggy-ish. And I don't want it to look like that. A lot of like reflective lights in the house. Really bright oranges. Looks cool. Really bright colors. And our eye area is like kind of reddish in there. Had a conversation with a good friend of mine yesterday, and we were talking about design as a problem solving, as a question of problem solving as opposed to aesthetic, making something aesthetically pleasing. I think a part of that is a part of design is making sure people want to look at it. But that's not the end all be all goal. It needs to be functional so you can get your message across. But sometimes the function of the design piece is to be flashy, to draw interest. So it just really depends on what your goal is. I don't know. I don't know why I started talking about it. 'Cause I was just thinking about it in my head. And it was a little quiet in here, so I'm like, let me share my thoughts on design. And that goes the same for a painting. Like not when you're trying to do a copy of an image or another painting or whatever. But when you're coming up with an original piece, um, design plays a big part. As far as what you want your work to say, what message you want to have, what colors to use to display the message that you want to get across to your public. All of that plays a big part. It's a lot of decision making that over time as a designer, you it becomes like kind of automatic, and you forget that you're making these unconscious decisions and you're doing them for a reason. It's good to like take a step back and be like, okay, let me walk through my process out loud, so that you can like just talk about what you're doing. It's the same with I think that's why I like to teach, because it allows me to like walk through my process and like solidify my own knowledge, things that I'm doing just by reflexes that just what I do. So that's why I enjoy painting, because I get to talk about what it is that I'm doing and why I made the choices that I made, and that's helpful for me in my art journey. All right. I think this is done, y'all. I think this is done. Zoom out. I don't know. Speaking of design, I think I might keep her eyes on the lighter. So let's bring it down. This is the darkest color we have in this whole thing. I don't know if me making this darker is adding to this composition. Once again, like design choices that you can make. Just depends on what you want to do. You want it to be more stylistic, you want it to be more realistic. Just depends. Zoom out. I think when I make the eyes darker, it makes it I want it to be a little bit more stylistic today. So we're just gonna stylize this thing. Bring the color down. We're just gonna imply where certain things are. It doesn't have to be definite. Bring this down. I don't want it to be so literal today. Other days maybe, but not today. Not today. Yeah, it's a little cartoony, comic book like, but fine, whatever. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's just practice. Let's get some highlight here. Right there. And line. About like that, I guess. Yeah. Okay, I think that's it. I think I am done. I'm finished. There's no more for me to do. Really going and find some more, but I think that's all I'm gonna do for today. I think that's it. Ah, that's good enough. Yeah, I'm done. Alright, that was fun. Logging out. See you guys next time.